Hi, everybody. It's Donna with Northstar Tarot. Welcome to the special live where we're going to do some chatting, some Q&A, some tarot talk, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So welcome here. I always try to, change things up and do things a little bit different, just to see what's going on, right? So we're going to give it a minute and see who comes on. And in the interim, what I'm going to do is I'm going to light some candles, and that would be an awesome thing to do. So light this one first. Hi, Divine Goddess. Nice to see you, my dear. Just going to light a couple of candles. Oh, so there we go. Hi, cool girl. I'm not doing readings right now. I'm not doing readings right now, guys. I am doing a Q&A and we're talking tarot. So yeah, I know it's totally different. We're going to talk about some things of my favorite things this month and all that kind of stuff. Hi, yes. Yeah, so I know you're all expecting readings, but it's not readings today, okay? So yeah, so maybe tonight I'll be back on and do some readings, right? But for today, this is what you got. You got me talking. Okay? It's a time for us to get to know each other. First time I've done this on my channel, and I think it's important for us to get to know each other. You know, how are we going to grow as a community, as one, if we're not getting to know each other, right? Hi, Minnie. So, yeah, so think about anything you want to ask about me, about tarot, about my practice, when I started, all of those things. Oh, thank you, Minnie. Hi, Anishka. Nice to see you, my dear. So, hi, everybody. So, yeah. So, I guess, where do I start, right? You know, I don't know where to start. Oh, I've been a tarot reader for a long, long time. Let's start there. Let's start at the beginning, okay? And I'm going to do a video about this, right? My humble beginnings. But I'm just have my paper here. So um, where I started, right? So if you have any video ideas, please let me know in the comments, okay? Or anything else that comes up for you. So I was about 7 years old, and I went with my mom to she was having a tarot card reading. Now, we were raised Catholic, so this was very, very taboo. And it was something that I knew was not supposed to be done. Okay. So I knew that going in that we were not supposed to be there. So we get to this lady's house and we go in to have my mom to have her reading. And it just seemed larger than life, you know. The woman had her table set up, she had some cards on it, some candles, she had some, there was some incense burning. And I sat on the floor and I watched them do the reading. I was more mesmerized by what my mom's reaction to what the woman was telling her. I didn't really pay much attention to what she was saying, but her reaction was priceless, right? So yeah, so left there and it left a mark. So I've always been interested in tarot. So as a teenager, I got a tarot deck, started playing with it. As I got older a little bit, Kay, I'm not doing readings, Kay. This is just a Q&A. So anyway, I read for friends and stuff. I really didn't read professionally till maybe 10 years ago. I didn't charge for readings before that. I kept it hidden for the most part, except for some friends. And yeah, some my family knew. But yeah, anyway, it was good. So for about the last 10 years, I've been reading professionally. And I've been doing shows, I've been traveling all over Ontario, Canada. I still do some shows now. With the pandemic happening, we started doing lots online. I started a YouTube channel, which I never thought I would do. And here we are, right? So things are going really, really well. But that's how I got started. So yeah, when did I realize I was gifted? I think I didn't ever really know I was gifted. I just thought it was something anybody could do. And I still believe it's something anybody can do. It's just how much do you practice it? How much do you allow it in? How much do you believe in it? That's all I think it is, you know? And the more interested you are and the more you have a passion for it, the more you allow it to flow through you. So your gifts come out, right? But anybody can do it. It's just a matter of practice, right? Yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but I've been married twice, divorced twice, and I've had a couple of long-term relationships. Um, yeah, so I'm 63. So I'm beginning to feel that. So hi, Sarah. Nice to see you, my dear. I miss you so much. Today I'm doing a Q&A and I'm doing a live talk about tarot. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. So yeah, what else can I tell you? Mm, I've got 4 kids and 4 grandchildren, and then I have a daughter of my heart and a grandson of my heart. And basically all it means, they're not blood, but they mean just as much to me as my own. So yeah, so quite a few kids, quite a few grandkids. My youngest grandson, my youngest grandchild is 15. So all my kids are older, all my grandkids are older. I got no babies. So yeah. Let's see. My boyfriend and I split up recently. Mm, and it's not anything bad, or you just have to realize, for yourself, you have to get what you need from a relationship, right? And it's really important that you're honest with yourself and that you look after yourself, right? Have I ever predicted death? No. Sickness, um, but no, not death. I have not many, but definitely sickness. You know, I don't really see when you talk about stuff like that, online, especially. I can predict pregnancy, yes. Um, when you talk about stuff online like that, like death and pregnancy, health stuff, people get angry with you. And I would never, ever tell somebody anything about death. I don't believe it's our right. I don't think we should do that at all. I had a woman come to me at an event. Well, my younger daughter was looking after the booth, and while I was reading, and she told me I had to talk to this person. So she had been told 4 years before that she was going to die on that day that she showed up to the show. by a tarot reader. So she has dreaded this day for 4 years. I never want to do that to anybody, you know? It's just not right. So yeah, so I don't do it. So yeah, hi, son. I think I do pretty good, Sarah. I try really hard. I really try to deliver what I say. You know, what I see is what I tell you. I don't make it up to make you happy. You know, that's just not something that I do. Um, maybe there are readers that do that, but I don't feel it helps anybody, you know. Maybe you're more popular, but it doesn't work for me. Hi, Leanne. Nice to see you. Yes, absolutely clairvoyant, you know. Um, so many of us are, and don't realize it. I teach a course on psychic development, developing your intuition, call it what you will. I use those words interchangeably. So, yeah, and it's really fun and it's interesting. And we talk about all kinds of things and talk about all the clairs, the clairvoyance, the clairaudience, the clairsentience. There's all different ways to hear, see, smell, all of that, right? To tap in to your intuition. That's nice, Sarah. I'm really happy about that, you know. I do give it my all. It is 1:13 here, hot sun, in the afternoon. So yeah. So I live in Ontario, Canada. I don't know, maybe some of you people might have heard of Toronto. I am not far from Toronto. I live about 45 minutes north of Toronto. You're welcome, my dear. Thanks, Sagittarius. Blessings to you too. So yeah, what else do I want to talk about? Who has a spiritual practice? Who does a spiritual practice on a daily basis? Anybody here? Oh, cool, hot son. Yeah, that's cool. Not Natalia. My guy showed you in a dream that I'm going to have a baby boy. I feel like it will be soon, but I would love to know how soon. Yeah, I'll be on tonight probably to do questions. So come back then, okay? You don't do a daily practice, daily spiritual practice, or do you go to church? What do you believe in? Do you believe in a God? Do you believe in the universe? What do you believe in? I always find it fascinating to see what people believe in and how they add that to their daily life in dreams and to God. Okay. I'm grateful for every day. Nice. And you believe in God. Okay, Natalia. Yeah, I believe in the universe. I believe in Mother Earth, and that's kind of the way I leave it, right? I was raised Catholic. Um, and I used to go to church and all of that. And, I got really, I couldn't handle the dogma and I just got really kind of disappointed in religion, in organized religion, right? So I didn't believe in anything for a while, and I didn't know what to believe in for a while. And but I do believe in the universe, and I know the universe has never once let me down. And that's the absolute truth. No matter what, the universe has never let me down. So yeah, so I do believe in that. The universe is, you pray a lot, that's good. Um, I think it's good to have a daily practice. So whether that's prayer, meditation, journaling, cleansing, if you smudge, um, there's so many things you can do, doing a gratitude list. There's lots of things that you can do, right? I have had near-death experience a long time ago, over 30 years ago. Um, yeah, and I was revived, and then I was good, right? So yeah, the next day I was absolutely fine. So yes, I have. I have, I think tarot adds a lot to um, make us informed of we have decisions, we have choices, and when we think we have no control, we do. When we think we've got nothing to turn to, we do. So yeah, so it's really, really good. Oh, thank you, hot sun. What got me into tarot reading? Again, it was an interest from when I was really young. I went with my mom for a reading, and yeah, I was just mesmerized by the whole process. So absolutely loved it, you know. Yeah, so I absolutely loved it, kept this interest all my life, and decided to start charging for it around 10, 12 years ago, something like that. So yeah, so it's been really good. Maybe longer, but it could be longer, but somewhere around there. Um, what else did I want to kind of talk to you guys about? Hi Nina, nice to see you, my dear. Thanks for popping in. So if you guys have any idea for YouTube videos, please put them in the comments. I can do videos on anything you want to do with the tarot, anything like that, okay? Anything to do with intuition, anything to do with decks, anything to do with, if you're a beginner and you want to know some stuff, let me know. Yes, I did, but I didn't go into details, Mila. So yes, but over 30 years ago. Okay, so I got a couple of decks this month that I haven't opened yet. I talked about one night, but I still haven't gotten into it. But this is the Good Karma Tarot. I'm really anxious to get into this, and I've just been waiting and waiting. I don't know what I'm waiting for, you know. So, okay, I will go through these and I'll look at them after. So just put video on like Hot Sun wants a video on how you interpret the cards. So I'll get a video of that done. I'll really get to the stuff, okay? Okay, so just to show you guys, I could do walkthroughs of cards too. Would anybody be, no, you're not getting reads today, my dear. Not right now. So yeah, so this is the Good Karma. So I'm just going to show you some cards, okay? So they're really, really nice. Whoops. Very modern, very diversified. So yeah, so there's by color, by weight, by all that stuff, right? So it's a really lovely modern deck. And yeah, I want to start using it. It just seems so simple, right? I'm not anxious, my dear. There's some things, like, near-death experiences that, are pretty private. So, I don't know, maybe in years to come, I will share it. So yeah, they're really, really nice. So that's really nice. The book is colored. It's really, really awesome. So I can't wait to go through it all. That's another thing. People, they don't read the book, when they buy tarot decks. Some people don't read the book. I love the books, and not because they give you more insight to what the author was thinking about the deck. So they definitely give you more insight to a tarot deck. Yeah, I just think why would you not take time to learn how the person who created the deck liked them, right? So yeah, I think they're fantastic. And then I got this one. This is the Guardian of the Night Tarot. I don't have very many animal decks. This is animal deck. And this one says, without darkness, there is no light. I think that's kind of cool. Pretty thick little book, but no pictures. So there's lots of words. So, so I guess that's a good thing, right? So look at that fool. It's a lovely deck. This is the back of them. Really, really nice. The Magician. The High Priestess. And the Empress. You're starting to study tarot? I do teach tarot as well. There's the owl. I took a tarot class with, oh, oh my goodness, why is her name? It's in Massachusetts. She's the town witch of Salem. Lori Cabot. So she's an 86 or 87-year-old witch, and I took a tarot course from her. It's just, I love to see how other people interpret tarot. And when you can learn something new from someone who has been, around for 86, 87 years, I find that fascinating. So I did take a course from her, and it was very, very fascinating. My certificate is up there on the bookcase. So yeah. So these are all animals. So very, very different from me, but I'm gonna start using these too. So these are awesome. Okay, they're just beautiful. Have a wonderful day. Okay, so What else do I have to share with you guys? I'm not doing questions today, maybe tonight, okay, guys? Just doing a live kind of talking tarot, Q&A. That's all, my dear. I guess nobody's used to that, right? I think I put a Q&A, talking tarot and talk, So yeah, so it's definitely a Q&A today, okay? Let's see, what else can I share with you guys? I use a crystal ball. So some of you guys have seen me use the crystal ball. I definitely use crystal ball. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. And here's one of my pendulums. So I also use pendulum. Does anybody else here use a pendulum or a crystal ball? I wanted to share a couple of little books with you that I picked up, okay? This is very, very basic. It's by Barbara Moore, and it's Llewellyn's Little Book of Tarot, okay? So it's just so, it's really, really good, okay? It's there, there's an index. Yeah, that's okay, Mila. I have a transparent one too. Nothing wrong with that, my dear. I like having inclusions in it. There's an introduction. Structure and symbolism. And then it goes on to all the cards, okay? What this little book does, okay, what Barbara Moore has done is she has taken a card from each card description is using a different tarot deck. I think that is fascinating. So you get to see 78 different decks, and there's another one. Well, I think it's 78, but anyway, there's a number of them, and they all have an explanation, they have journal prompts, they have keywords, and they have an instant answer. Like example, the Six of Wands, and it tells you it comes from the Everyday Witch Tarot. And the keywords: victory, honor, achievement, recognition, pride, public ceremony, success, and triumph. Then it has an explanation. Then it has a journal prompt. So how to do a journal entry, asks you some questions that you can do a journal entry for this card. And then an instant answer as in you did it, own it, and walk proudly. So, this is a really good little book, okay? And it's just little, 20 bucks in Canada, probably a lot less in the States. But yeah. So I really enjoy learning still. So, and everybody interprets everything differently. So it's really nice to kind of, have that kind of difference, right? So yeah, to get different opinions. So you have a crystal ball too. Yeah, it's completely transparent. Yeah. What you do, Mila, is just look through it, okay? Try not to look in it, just look through it. And you can see shadows, you can see letters, numbers, figures, let your imagination soar, okay? And that's kind of cool, all right? I've got another thing here I picked up. While I was out shopping, I got this. This is tea leaf reading cards. So it teaches you how to read tea leaves. I've tried reading tea leaves, and it's okay. I need practice, but yeah. So introduction, death symbols, geometrical shapes, what they mean, abstract symbols, tips for reading tea leaves, example readings, and then symbols, all kinds of symbol meanings. They give you all the symbols and then all the meanings that they have, or likely meanings, like a lion, powerful friends, a loaf of bread. This symbolizes nourishment and well-being. So all kinds of meanings, and then famous tea quotes. Yeah, so it's kind of very, very cool. So yeah, so I'm going to play with that and see if I can get anywhere. I just thought it'd be fun. Hi. Hi, everybody. I'm just doing a Q&A today, okay? Just tarot and talk. I'll be on later tonight. Not doing readings right now, guys. So yeah, so just tarot and talk. Okay, so what else is there? Oh, another book that I'm doing. It's more personal, more about me. This is Gary Zukav, The Seat of the Soul. It's an older book, but a girlfriend and I are doing a Tuesday morning study group, and we are reading this book. And in the back of the book is a study guide. So there's a study guide to this book, and we are doing the study guide together too. So it's just another thing, right? So, hi, Dia. So just another thing to keep to learn, to grow, to keep your mind going, things like that, right? And I got geez, I got a lot this month, eh? I got a witch's magazine. So it is called River House Witch Quarterly Publication. So, yeah, my girlfriend who owns One in Cauldron, a little store, she got these in, so I purchased one of these, and it's got a lot of good information in it, and yeah, so we'll see. It talks about, I think it's published 4 times a year, so it'll be fantastic. Um, so it's got some things to do with tarot, some things to do with, there's a corn husk doll that you can make, and yeah, all kinds of things, right? So it's really, really cool. So let's see, Shara, which one is my favorite? It changes. Like really, my ultimate favorite is Legacy of the Divine Tarot. That is my ultimate favorite. But that's, I had a fire in 2010 and I lost everything I had. And I had to rebuild. I had to rebuild right from the beginning, right? And for the longest time, I was afraid to collect decks. I didn't want to because nothing lasts, right? And I was really kind of upset that I had lost things, but I'm starting to collect them now. So, yeah. So, this is the backs of the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and this is the fronts. I'll show you a few of the cards. Whoops. I just think they're gorgeous. Definitely gorgeous. Let's see if I can find the Queen of Wands. When I saw that card, I thought this deck is for me. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. There is the Queen of Wands. So as soon as I saw that card, I knew this deck was for me. And yeah, and I use it a lot. I actually have two of them. One I keep in my stuff for my shows. Yeah, it's pretty easy to work with, Shark. It follows the Rider-Waite system pretty close. I am a Rider-Waite girl. I will admit that. I like Rider-Waite Smith, and I definitely enjoy that process. That's what I read. It's always been what I read, you know. So yeah, it's wonderful. So I'm not the same as what a lot of the women on YouTube are doing. They've been on here for years and stuff. Um, and they're exposed to indie decks and all that kind of thing. I wasn't online, so I didn't have that kind of exposure. So most of my decks are mass market. Yeah, so I and a lot of them are Rider-Waite Smith. You know, they follow that structure, and I just love it. And you know, I'd like to delve deeper into what I know, but I don't need to change the deck I use. You know, the deck structure that I use. It's pretty easy to work with, okay? If you want a really easy deck for starting out, there's a couple that I would recommend. The Everyday Witch Tarot is awesome. So that one is awesome. Let's see right here. This is the box. So this is the Everyday Witch Tarot, okay, by Deborah Blake. This is a very, very simple one, modern, fun. There's some of the cards there. It's really, really awesome. Okay, I think it's a very, very good deck. It's in my bed right now because I was doing a show and I brought it with me. That one, that one is especially good. What else for a beginner? Writer, of course, the Rider-Waite Smith. That deck itself is good for a beginner. Lightseers. The Lightseers deck is really, really good for beginners. Okay. Very, very easy to work with. Okay. So yeah, so any other questions you have about tarot or anything like that, just go ahead and post. Okay. What else did I do in November? So as you know, I've done some shows in November. Picked up a couple of these soy candles. You know, they have a beautiful wooden lid and they're just gorgeous. Look at the wicks. I love those wicks. And they're soy. So yeah, this one is called Autumn Morning. Smells like a fresh fallen leaves. It's just so awesome. And I bought two of those, different, this one is chocolate razagams. So it's chocolate drizzled raspberries. Ooh, my goodness, that is just so good. So yeah, it's the same producer. So yeah, I can't wait to try those. Those are awesome. Hi, Angel. I'm not doing readings this morning. I am just doing Q&A, okay? Tarot and talk. As in interpreting tarot, do you go strictly by the manual or freestyle it according to your intuition? Okay, that's a good question, right? I freestyle it basically. You have to know the general. I think it makes you a good reader to know the general meanings, okay? So you learn, you study, you learn the general readings, right? But you let your intuition guide you. So sometimes, I'll get a card that comes up and that's not what I feel, that's not what I see. So it changes, right? So I go with my intuition. So regardless of what card comes up, I always listen to my intuition, okay, when I'm reading. So yeah. I don't remember my dreams very often, Divine Goddess. I do suggest and I do try to write down what pops in my head as soon as I wake up. So keep a little, pad of paper by your bed with a pen. As soon as you wake up, jot it down, or your phone. Put record just record immediately what's in your mind that you can remember. Those things will help you. Okay. I don't remember a lot about my dreams, but when I do, yeah, they're pretty interesting, and I do believe that they are, I think we dream in metaphors and they are trying to tell us something, right? So they definitely give us, something interesting to think about and kind of figure out where you are in life, right? I know when I'm upset and when things are not going well, I don't sleep well. And I usually end up with these weird dreams. This I wanted to show you guys. Look at how pretty, right? This was a gift given to me when I went and did a tarot party at someone's house. So I'm just going to turn it on if I can figure it out. Yeah, right here. Look at how pretty. Yeah, so she gave me this as a little gift when I left. It's just so pretty. So it's just really cute. And I think she made them, and yeah, it was really sweet though. Not too often you get a gift, when you go to do a party, right? But it was really nice. I really enjoyed that. That was really sweet. Um, yeah, dream journal is important, and a journal during the day. You can journal, which is great. You know what? I think it's in the other room because I think that's where I had it last. Okay, yeah, it's in my other room, my bedroom. But I have a tarot journal too, and that's structured. That's all. Hang on, I'll go get it. Oh my goodness, it's not there. What did I do with it? Oh, here it is. Of course, it'd be right here, right? Memory, like I said, I use it all the time. So this is what you call a tarot journal. Let me just get a blank page. Okay. This is what you call a tarot journal. Okay. So this one is good for a 3-card spread. And you put your cards where the cards are. You can draw them. You can draw a picture that represents them. You can just write the name of the cards in there. Whatever you want to do, right? And you put the date, the time, the deck you used. what the question was, what mood you were in, and then you do an interpretation, okay? And then it has on the bottom a place for notes, which I find is great to look at later on. Like if I do that in the morning, then I look at it at night and I see, how did that work out? You know, did it pan out the way I had interpreted it? Did it pan out the way I thought it was going to, right? So yeah, so this is really, really cool. I'll put a description in the bottom for this this tarot journal. Okay, it's on Amazon, and I'll put the decks down that I talked to you about, and the books. Y'all put those down there too. Okay, so I will do that after the video. Okay, so I'll definitely do that for you. So yeah, so journals are really important. Just a regular journal too. Just grab a journal and journal. You can get journals with all kinds of prompts. You know, so you can get just plain journals, journals with prompts. You can, you know, it just depends on what you want, right? All kinds of things. So sometimes when you open the cards, they don't speak to you. I don't see the story or the connection between the cards. Is it better to reshuffle or just try to read it as it is? Okay. So I don't think reshuffling is the answer. Okay. So if you put down 3 cards, for myself, when I do readings for myself, sometimes it's harder to see. So it's harder to see the story because you're influenced too much. Okay. That's when I'll use a book. That's when I'll use one of the, I'll get the guidebook and I'll use the guidebook and I'll look through the guidebook at the cards. I'll write down what they mean. And then I will look at the cards again and create that story. Okay. So sometimes you have to, I don't know why it happens when I read for myself. I kind of get a blank, you know, I go blank sometimes and I have to do that, right? So don't reshuffle, get out a book and read about it, okay? And if you don't have a book that goes with that deck, just use a Rider-Waite Smith book, okay, online. Just use that deck. Or if you know the name of your deck, you can look them up online. So yeah, that's what I would do, okay, Shar? And I think it would really, really help you in a big way. You don't want to start avoiding cards. You want to learn, so it's a good thing. When you don't know how to make the story with them, and this kind of forces you to, right? Start with 2 cards. How can you make a story with those 2? And then add the 3rd card in. How does that change the story? So really think of it methodically, okay? So there you go, my dear. That'll help you, okay? What else did I want to talk to you about? I do a tarot reading course. I think I told you that. I think I'm going to do one come February this year. We'll start with a tarot course and a developing your intuition psychic abilities course. Okay. So it's just how to develop that. And I think I'll do them online on Zoom. I am trying to, or I'm going to put them into a online course that you can take on your own. But that's a lot of work. So yeah. No problem, Shar. Okay. What else did I want to tell you about? If you don't want to keep your cards in a box, you can keep them in little silk pouches or make pouches. There's lots of shops on Etsy that make tarot bags. You can do that. These I picked up at the dollar store, harder and harder to find. But yeah, these I picked up there and they're so handy. And most decks fit in them. So yeah, so I do that. I like to have crystals around. I like to have candles around. Did you all see my big crystal I got in November? This was a really large purchase I made. Anyway, I showed it to the day that I got it. But here it is here. It's an amethyst crystal. It's huge. And it's beautiful. So yeah, so I really love it. It's got a lot of energy in this, and it's just so beautiful. So yeah, so I did that. Hmm, any other questions about anything? Let's see. I am going to Paris with my youngest daughter. We're going January 2nd to the 9th. So I won't be here, but I'm going to try to have a couple of things recorded for you guys and scheduled to post, okay? And just so you don't forget about me while I'm gone. And I will definitely put some posts up about Paris when I get back. So yeah, Paris, France. I'm excited and was on my bucket list. So I'm doing it. So yes, so that. What else here? Oh, makeup. Okay, I thought it was handy. Some people ask me about my lipstick that I wear, stuff like that. So I thought I would give a shout out to the companies I use, right? No big deal, but this is my lipsticks generally are CoverGirl, okay? So these are CoverGirl, and I usually use a lip stain, and then I use the topper, okay? So that is what I use most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. And that's what I have on right now, okay? And this color is 860. And I cannot read the color. It's so small, okay? But the number is 860, okay? I have a friend who sells Unique. It's makeup. I think it's available in the States. Anyway, it's great. It's fantastic. I use Unique. It's Unique. So Younique. This is their bronzer, and I use that for my blush. So I use that most of the time. Okay, this is most of the time. And then this is Unique's Moonstruck Epic 4D mascara. It's absolutely fabulous. It's fantastic. It kind of has little fibers in it, and it really makes your eyelashes stick out, okay? And this is their Moonstruck Epic mascara, which is also really, really nice, okay? So it's all Unique. So yeah, so that's usually what I wear. I don't usually wear any other makeup, okay? I don't wear right now. I'm not using cover up in that, okay? Um, yeah, I don't really use that right now. Um, so yeah, hi Coco. Nice to see you, my dear. So yeah, so that was my makeup that I use. What else do I have for you? Any questions so far, guys? How you doing, Coco? You having a good day? We've been chatting for the last hour, and yeah, it's been really, really good. So I think I answered a few questions, and yeah, it's been really nice to be here and just talk. and just give you an idea of what's going on in my life. Um, yeah, looking forward to Christmas. I usually have Christmas Eve at my house. Last year we had it at my oldest daughter's, and we're having it there again. So definitely awesome. Um, yeah, it's just an early dinner. Everybody comes, and we've been pulling names for the last 2 years for Christmas because, the family's getting too big, and it works out really good. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. And then I'm off to Paris on January 2nd. So yeah, so that should be fun as well. What else? I don't know if there's anything else that I have to share. If anybody has any questions, that's fine. Um, but yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Maybe just to tell you, like, just so you know, I'm not good with technology. I'm not very good with it at all. And it's been putting me off to do videos and having to edit them. Okay. That's been my biggest issue, is trying to figure out how to do that. So I've been watching videos and trying to figure it out. Excuse me. There's a real learning curve when you get my age, right? So it's much harder. It really is. I was not raised with computers or any of that kind of thing, right? So it is a little bit hard, but I'm going to give it a try, okay? So all your ideas that you gave me about videos that you want to see, a few of the girls gave me some ideas today and the day before as well. So I'm going to go through those, and I'm going to put together some videos for you guys, okay? But just please bear with me. And as far as the editing goes and that, it might be a little weird. Just letting you know, not sure how it's going to all work out, right? But I am going to do my best. That's like now I'm using StreamYard, for the lives. And, it took a bit of time to figure out how to do that. Now they've added some features, so I'm not sure. Every time they add something, it's like I gotta relearn everything. So yeah, it's funny. Well, thank you very much, Nina. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I like just coming on and reading cards. That's what I do best. So I'm going to try to do this once a month and catch up with everything that I'm doing and all that kind of stuff. So I will put down below in the description some of the things we talked about, the decks, the books, and all that stuff. And I'm going to put a thing to Amazon for whatever I can. I am an affiliate, and I do make I might make a bit of a commission, but it doesn't change your price at all. So it doesn't affect you at all. You just use my link. That's all. And I guess that's it, right? Yeah, I guess so, right? I guess it's hard, right? I'm not doing readings right now, Vidyashri. We're doing Tarot and Talk. I'll be on tonight and do some videos for you guys, okay? Do some readings for you guys. Yeah, StreamYard is good. I really like it. Um, again, it's another learning thing to learn. So it took me a bit, but I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, we're having tarot talk. We are. So, I don't know if you guys have seen my little coasters. I think I showed them to you, but I love my coasters. I've had these for a while. No. They're really cute. So yeah, so I've got lots of decks, and I haven't done any walkthroughs. So I plan on doing some walkthroughs too of decks. I don't know if anybody is interested in that, but I'm going to do it and um, just, put them on my channel, right? Some people might be interested. I like watching walkthroughs. I don't really like the deep dives. They get too in depth. I like my own interpretation. I like the author's interpretation. I like listening to a little bit of some people's interpretation, but I don't want to watch a video for 2 hours on a deck. So you think Ouija boards are dangerous? I think they can be. You have to respect your tools. A Ouija board is just a tool and you have to respect it, right? So I have four of these coasters, and nobody minds using them. Nobody's given me guff about them, right? And I have some little Ouija plates. So dessert plates, they're really cute. Um, you've never seen a board? I have um, I have one over there. It's a fancy one. It's in the bottom of my um, glass case, my cabinet. Wow, just Google it. When we do the table tipping, thank you, table dancing. Yeah, I'd make a real good table dancer. When we do the table tipping at Melissa's, my friend's, her table is just small. It's not a really big table. It's a small wood table with three legs, right? And it has a Ouija board on it. And she has a planchette, so we can either use the planchette or we can just put our hands on the board. So yeah, so I just love it. It's beautiful and it works both ways. So yeah, a flip through, not a walk through. Well, so a flip through. Yes. Yes, Divine. Have I used it before? Yeah, for sure. Yes, I've used it for spirit work. You have to respect your tools. And, you have to be careful who you invite in. There's a way to do it. And, there's a way to keep yourself safe. And you have to respect that, okay? If you don't, then who knows? Exactly, Nina. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very yeah, you just have to respect it and you have to protect yourself. Um, there's things you can say, there's amulets you can have, you surround yourself with candles, you can, you invite people in. You don't let people in, right? So you don't just open it up to just anybody, fair game, right? You want to invite and then you want to protect and you only allow light in, you know, um, do no harm, right? So yeah, my experience was amazing. It was very, very good. Um, what would you say is the most accurate divination tool? Okay, well, that is interesting. Okay. And I think it all depends on what you believe in. Um, for me, as a tarot reader, I do believe tarot is very, very accurate. Okay. So, yeah, I do believe that 100%. Now, for people who are a little bit skeptic, I think that they could relate to someone who does palm readings. Palm readings are much more scientific, um, as far as um, with as far as what people see. You can see the lines on your hands, and you've known for years they mean different things, right? So yeah, so you can see that. And so it adds to that, um, like that is real kind of thing, adds to the science of it, right? So palmistry, I believe, is a very accurate tool, okay, divination tool. Um, I prefer tarot, always. I don't read palms. I've tried, but I don't resonate with that. Um, and it depends on what you're looking for. So yeah, I would say runes are very good as well. Um, the thing is with divination tools, they're only as good as the person using them. You know, um, I could pick up a tarot deck and somebody down the road could pick up a tarot deck. You're going to get two different messages, right? So they're only as good as the person using them, right? So yeah. How did you like your palm reading, Coco? How do you make sure you're safe and you don't invite bad spirits? Because you say so, okay? You always start off with saying so. So write out a script that you're going to say to protect yourself, to invite spirit of the kind nature in, okay? So you say these things, right? That have no intent of harm. All those things, you say it. So just Google a script for Ouija work, working with Ouija boards, and you can find protection scripts, okay? And you just read them. You light a candle, you put your intention there, and you will be fine, okay? So yeah. And I'm not responsible if anything happens anyway. I'm far, far away. So yeah, uh, it was different and cool. Yeah, it is kind of cool, right? Palm readers are kind of neat. Yeah, I agree, Nina. Yeah, for sure, right? Yeah. So yes, so lots of good things happening. Christmas, right? We're getting on there. I'm going to pull up my Christmas decks, and I have two. One is a just a major arcana deck. Yeah, I'll get it. These are my Christmas decks. Christmas Tarot, and it's ghosts of past, present, and future is what it is. Okay. And then I don't remember the name of this one. Um, it's a vintage Christmas. So I wonder. Yeah. So anyway, this is a beautiful vintage Christmas deck. I don't know where the box is. I know it came with this bag. Maybe it just came in the bag. Maybe it didn't have a box. That's possible. Could have just had cellophane around it and no box. So that's definitely possible. But yeah, now that I've taken these down, these will stay out. So these are awesome. Okay, so time to start using the Christmas deck. And so there's the Christmas deck. Where am I going to put that? Right here for now. And then this Christmas tarot is just the majors. So it's really, really nice. But it would be perfect for an addition to a reading, okay? Like to add a card. It's beautiful. So we've got strength, the magician. And this is all about, the Hierophant, ghosts of past, present, the Fool. So anyway, it's all the major arcanas, and it's really, really awesome. So yeah, so I'm going to leave this out too and start using it now that it's December. It's really nice. I don't have the zombie tarot. Um, but I have heard about it. It's one of those decks I think you either love it or hate it. I don't think there's too many in-betweens with that deck, and I haven't tried it yet, but it sounds very interesting. Hi, C. McKissick. Nice to see you, my dear. Tell me life, give me money. Oh, Monica, I'm not doing readings right now, okay, dear? I'm just doing a Q&A. Thank you, Coco. Yes, I have, Divine. I'll tell you a little story. I was doing a tarot party at someone's house and we were in the basement and it was the living room part of the basement set up as a living room. And I was doing a bunch of women at the show, and this woman came and sat down, and older woman. And right away, I flipped over a couple of cards, and I asked her. I said, "Why are you so sad? You just seem so so sad right now." And she said to me, she says, "I'm not sad." And I said, "Are you sure there's nothing wrong?" Because I said, "This is like huge sadness." She says, "No." She says, "I'm perfectly fine." And I says, "You haven't had any losses?" She said, "No." She says, "I'm okay." So, I'm looking at my cards and I pulled over a couple of more cards. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see this dog running in front of the bottom of the couch. And it was a little white, fluffy little dog. And I looked up at her and I said to her, "Did you just lose your dog?" And she said, "Yes." And she started to cry. And I said, "Was he white?" "Yes." So, yeah, so she didn't even think, that she should be sad because she lost her pet, right? So, yeah, it was just, yeah, some people don't think of that, right? That they are as important as people in our lives, right? So yeah, it was very interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, I've seen spirit, heard spirit. I'm more hear than see. I'm more feel than anything. Okay. So yeah, but every so often I do see a girlfriend a few years ago, number of years ago. I asked her who was the little redhead lady that was around her. She says she knows no redhead lady. Turned out to be her great grandmother. So yeah. So yeah, so you just never know, right? I think I am divine. I work very hard at being kind, and not that you have to work at it, but you have to be aware. If you're not aware, I don't think you are um, kind. And the Queen of Cups. Oh, thank you. Empress card in the tarot. Oh, thank you. That's very nice for you to say. So, who would you figure you are, Divine Goddess? If you had to pick a card for yourself to represent you, who would it be? Yes, I do believe that. Yes, Amazing Me, for sure. And anybody here can. Thank you, Nina. Yeah, likely children often see spirit a lot more than adults are willing to, right? I mean, children are just so free and they are just so open. They don't think that they shouldn't believe, right? They don't have those um, um, biases from society, right? A unicorn deck. Um, that's good, Divine. You would be the high priest, see McKissick? Yeah, you probably would be, right? I just think you're fabulous, see McKissick. I think the hardest reading I did, to be perfectly honest, my niece was dying. She had cancer and she wanted a reading. And I think that was the hardest reading I ever did. Um, you know, you want to be positive, right? Um, but her life was full of there was a lot of positives that came up, but which I was surprised about. But her life, had an end date, and it was really hard to read for her. Yeah, really hard. But you got to keep it real, right? You got to keep it positive, for people. Magic of Unicorn Oracle cards. Cool, Divine. Very, very cool. Strong or crazy, Coco? Not sure. But I did do it, right? um, I don't necessarily use the cards for manifesting. I usually do that separate. I will meditate on a card. I will do a daily draw, but not necessarily for manifesting. You do that after, Coco. It's surprising how strong you can be at the time, and then you fall apart later. You go to bed that night and you fall apart or whatever it is, right? What is my favorite card? I'm going to say, I don't know if well, I think it is my favorite. It would be the Sun card, okay? There's so much power in that card. You know, they can give life and take life, right? With the Sun, it is just such a powerful card. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Divine. It's so powerful, right? No, Kay, anyone can read tarot. It's just a matter of learning. That's all, right? We did, Divine. Yours too, Queen Aries? Yeah. It's funny, out of 78 cards, how many of us are here? And three of us like the Sun card, right? So yeah. Do I want you to pull one? Okay, sure, Divine. Go ahead, pull a card for me. That would be interesting. I've never had a card pulled for me on my channel. That's really cool. Wow. Okay. Um, sometimes they do. They mostly ask nicely once in a while. They don't push too much. Um, but like even my granddaughter and her friends and you know, they're going to come over one day this week and we're going to do some readings and I just like to be able to do that for them too. So um I don't mind. If I was, you're good at something, share it, right? That's very good, Nina. So how are you going to accomplish that? So what did you do to set your goal, right? To accomplish that. So it's great to have the goal set. Now you need to figure out how do you reach that goal. So how do you become smarter and more disciplined? You know? Okay. So you're killing me with anticipation, Divine. I'm gonna write them down. Open your heart, love yourself, dare to be vulnerable. Okay. And two, refreshing oases, nurture yourself, gather your strength. Thank you. Thank you. Well, my card in tarot basically with my birth sign and date is the number 9 card, is the Hermit. Okay. Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Very, very good. Thank you. I'm sharing the readings with you now, typing them. Okay, thank you. Yeah, a lot of typing involved sometimes, right? And I'm slow typer. I'm just not a very fast typer. To ask you why energies change from time to time. Okay, that's a really good question, Fatin. Okay, so basically, everything is energy, right? Energy is a vibration. So we all vibrate at different levels. Okay, so depending on what gets in the way, what's around you, what the atmosphere's like, what the weather's like, all kinds of things can change it. Okay, so but your thoughts can change your energy. Okay. So, you know yourself, if you think happy things, you start to smile and you start to feel better. If you're thinking of sad things, you get very, very sad. So, yeah, so energy changes depending on what's going on around you and the people around you. Okay. And everybody is kind of at a different level in their life as far as energetically. Okay. So some people vibrate very, very high level, some people more low level, some people are way down here. Okay. So they don't have that energetic kind of vibration. So that's why you don't get along with some people too, because you're not vibrating at the same level or even close to it. You know, if you ever meet somebody and you're just totally repelled from them, you know, you don't know why. They haven't done anything to you. You just met them. That's why you're vibrating at two different levels here. You can't relate. There's no bringing you together. You know, you can relate with someone that's on the middle level a lot better than you can with someone down here, and vice versa. You know, if you're having a really bad day and your level is just sunk, you know, you're really not doing well and your level is way down here, you are not going to be able to keep up to your friends and your family and people around you, and you're going to feel it. Yes, absolutely. I believe that, Nina. Yeah, I do believe that to be true. What, you know, whether it's better for you because that's where you're living. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're vibrating at a high level, okay, let's say where you live, okay? You live in an apartment, okay? So just say you live in an apartment and you're very content with your apartment. You like your apartment, okay? But you go outside your apartment, you don't like it. So you're vibrating high while you're in your apartment. You go outside of it, you drop, okay? But somebody who lives in the same apartment building that loves it in their apartment and in the grounds in the building, loves it, is still going to stay up here, right? So it doesn't mean you're getting better. It just means you're feeling better. So it's all a matter of interpretation as well. Okay. What does better mean to you? What does better mean to me? You know, is having a glass of wine better for you or having a cup of coffee? So it all depends on interpretation. Okay. So, yeah. Thank you for doing that, Divine. 33 chambers in your heart chakra, all containing lessons of love. Your heart is open to the extent that you have mastered these. A warm and loving heart enfolds other people so that they feel safe and loved. And in return, they love you as you heart opens and you feel free to share your feelings. You also allow yourself to be vulnerable. Awesome. Thank you, my dear. And so people immediately trust you, feel close to you. This card reminds you to be generous and giving of yourself. Awesome. Very, very nice. Thank you. Let's see. I'm not doing readings, guys. We're just doing tarot and talk, okay? Um, yeah, like energy is funny. It's a funny thing. It's so based on relevance, what's relevant to you, right? What matters to you. It definitely changes your energy and the people around you. Thank you, Divine. Very nice. Um, you have to invite happiness in. I know you're asking for a reading. I'm not doing readings, but Simina, um, I'm not doing readings today, but I will say that you have to invite happiness in. You know, you're not going to wake up and be happy. You have to wake up and make a decision to be happy. So, there's a whole lot of differences there. Okay. So yeah, so definitely a lot of difference. Oh, awesome, Divine. Thank you, my dear. Yeah. Yeah, very true, Nina. Yeah, definitely very true. So yeah, I showed you that, right, Nina? I don't know if you were here, but I'm doing the Seat of the Soul. I'm doing a book study with a girlfriend. It's an older book, but it's classic. And there's a workbook within this book, and we're doing that. And I'm hoping it's really, really good. Also, has anybody here heard of dialectical behavior therapy? So DBT is what it's called. It's a it's another form of CBT, okay, cognitive behavioral therapy. So I've been doing DBT course now once a week for 10 weeks, just to learn about it, learn what it is, and how I can apply it to my life. It is really good at keeping you in the moment, at helping you see what's good, helping you see what's good about yourself, implementing things to help you control your emotions, feel your emotions, um, all those kinds of things. Anyway, it's really, really, really cool. Dialectic behavior therapy. Check it out. Oh, what did I do? My goodness. I tried to type and it didn't work. Dialectical behavior therapy. I think we spell behavior different in Canada and in the States. Dialectical behavior therapy. Okay. So yeah, so check it out. And it's really, really interesting, Nina, and anybody else that's listening. It's very, very interesting. And it's just another way to be more aware, have a better life, And it was great. It was a great experience. So, yeah, so I did that 2 hours a week for 10 weeks. It was really good. We did it online. It was fantastic. So, yeah, so that was very good. So I think we're going to sum things up. I don't really have anything else to share with you that I can think of. Does anybody else have any other questions before we go, or curious about anything? You can scroll this back, listen to it again. I talked a lot about myself and where I came from and all that stuff. Absolutely, Nina. Search it. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So I am going to say goodbye. Good afternoon. See you later. And I'll see you later on. Okay. I'll come on and do some readings for everybody. All right. So you guys take care. Have a great afternoon and love you guys. Bye. Mwah. Thank you. Bye, everybody.